Well, here's the significance right here. If you're looking at a map that stands before us, uh, you can kind of see the spell out of like what he is doing, where he is going. I don't know if you can see it, but basically what it comes down to is there's a couple different ways to get to Galilee. One is to go right along the Jordan River there, but you can do that. It may go a little longer. It might take you a little bit longer to get there. But you could certainly do that. The other way is to go straight through the middle. And that's what Jesus does here. He goes straight through that middle section. Now, that big place that's in purple in there in your map, well, that's the nation or the area, I guess I should say, of Galilee, or not Galilee, Samaria. Now, some significant things about Samaria. Whenever the Israelites went into exile and the armies took away all of the Israelites, they didn't quite take them all. They took most of them, but think about who they would take. They would take all your best. They would take all your brightest. They would take most of the people that they would fear might be able to raise up a group for revolt or rebellion. So they take all of those. So then they would leave the other folk. These would not be your rabbis. These would not be your super intelligent folks. These would be the others that were left behind. And what happened is over time, those people began to kind of intermingle. The law of God actually tells them not to intermingle, but they do anyway. It tells them not to intermarry, but they do anyway. And as they do, they kind of muddy the water, if you will. And so to the Jews, they weren't pure bloods anymore. And in fact, they really weren't. Even their faith kind of took a little bit of a hit. They began to believe certain things that were not necessarily scriptural. And they started to even have practices that were not necessarily scriptural. And so a lot of the Israelites and a lot of the Jews, when they came back, such as in the book of Ezra and Nehemiah, when they were coming back and kind of reestablishing themselves there, they kind of looked down upon the Samaritans.